Milo TV, bada boom, bada bam, bada zoom.
Okay, additional mama church will be about Milo TV. So say and na day they can no subscribe to Milo TV. We are like no comment na fi wa shemidi the prince ko jute we Toronto, Canada na ye wa ne. Yatena sia ye di enema dane e wo wiase afa na nyina ebro ne ye center e wo bia ye friend BC, British Columbia. Yes. Canada one province bako Vancouver na British Columbia ni 2010 March na me wo hono. So far yaka Canada ba bia fe pa eye honoma. High rise buildings atintena chese. Se men ka busuafo ya wa ye late president or real friend John Evans at a Mills oko school ewo BC. Yes. Nti fa phone ne ko Google na o say Milo say the late Evans John at a Mills oko school ewo BC no kra na se no kra Google. He will never lie to you. Abiafo asem aba. Nipa mako edu enene watu anananom ewo nsiedo ewo British Columbia bia ye friend Tumbler Ridge already nyame. Ebi mo fa etu a woko wuram akope oyuo wakope emmoa bi akun wo wansane ene frotia no mane niema emmoa aka ye kokun omode omaba fie ne yebetu omutire ne abasa adwo mo ogu apaso no. Abrantie bi ewo Canada your friend Jesse Strang we ya brantie 6 years ago na o yes o dane no ho oba watwitu okun omame wakun step brother and wakun nipa be se wotwe aka ho awurade asamaba Toronto, Canada, Milo TV.
A small mountain town in British Columbia is reeling tonight after a series of tragic events left 10 people no longer with us. At 1:20 p.m, reports of a crisis at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School triggered an immediate lockdown, forcing nearly 200 students to shelter in place. When authorities arrived, they discovered a scene that many are calling an unimaginable tragedy. 6 individuals met a tragic end inside the building, while another passed away while being rushed to medical care. 2 more people were found at a nearby home, which officials believe is connected to the same fateful event. The individual responsible for the crisis, described as a female with brown hair, was also found on site and is among those who have passed away. In total, 27 others are receiving care for their injuries. Authorities are currently searching several properties to ensure no one else is at risk, but they believe there is no longer an active threat. This event ranks as one of the most significant tragedies in regional history, leaving a community of just 2,000 people in deep mourning. Do you believe school safety measures need to change after this crisis? A small mountain town in British Columbia is reeling tonight after a series of tragic events left 10 people no longer with us.
Okay, abusiafo na the esi no incident esi ewo Tumbler Ridge Secondary School. Na the hadwene say nipa yi a se be son wo hyase a wo twen yituo na wonkuku emmoa ewuram na ono ne de ne se wo beku nipa awurati nyame wo ya brantie wodi mfinhie du nwotwe te se meba Prince Oseko Junior 18-year-old boy. Ana be 6 years ago ya ana oye transgender a woba be ye oba ndi hwe camera nanim na hwe ni picture and pictures a wo chese sisi dia oye oba na dia ha dwen nyina ne se ebere wokun o maame wokun ni step brother okukun school mu ni pa wo school mu students ne workers ne bi ne owie no a ye free bi self inflicted sasese wono ankasa twintu na ten ene okun ho odu Vancouver na otoaso na British Columbia otoaso a ye wokro bi ye friend Tumbler Ridge na secondary school ho ebre bi etwam na okɔ school ena ojai school no na de bia me ka asem bi kire nipa bi se nipa wo health issues to say mental history biano sa nipa no obrichi no obena ayahwe cause nipa yi so mo che no kra no mde ne koto mu a menim de besi regardless nemom se me tuo mu back the year 2020 2020 obi nso eku nipa be se 23 ewo Nova Scotia no nso ku ne ho enti we aye the third worst ever disaster and as a mass shooting at sea ewo Canada. I have dream papa Milo TV people Toronto Canada. Eti omu mu a ebra omu hu abrantie no ni nchi no ye no omu check ye no mu so se na wo ye ikura se na owo mental health issues. Multiple occasions chese we obi a de bia te say okay typical example so we obi a oba Jane and Fincher you were this guy friend Alem or your Guyanese oba no address me crowd my friend Jane and Fin Jesus me tane ne ye videos ohun sa akwa no etoda na obu ni kotodwe akon kotodwe nim na obom paye na you know sa guy no bia na owo challenges bi bet me no mienu yenim dide bia me ka me se ufrifi na akoba da nyame ase ana momo ani ma pi na koso obi wo ha owo issues on person no ko abeko and ye ka etutu basa nka Canada kura de bi ni hawo ka US mo but say atwayen eti abrante oye transgender oye abemuwa na mfinhie nsia twam ya ana osesa na ho say wono woye woba eti so obehwe a originally no ye won say oye abemuwa but abrofo womo ebietum say obi ka so oye gay obi ka so oye lesbian obi ka so oye ni nyina eti oha na dwen say wasesa afri ememasu aba emasu ti oye woba na brantie ana memfra na brantie ana memfra na baya because no ebe man no abeya baya or transgender abeya oba now owo etuo licenses ba me busa question me say nti nipa edi 18 ewa brochura owo access to bibia na nipa wodi 18 years na owo owo licenses se otumi atutuo ne licenses no expire o na otwe ya wodi akodi awi Milo TV people Toronto Canada. Subscribe, comment, like and then share. Bari bim, bari boom, bari bem. Abusi for Edin papa. Obi ewu, obi ba ewu, obi maami ewu, obi papa ewu, obi wofa, obi nana, obi nua, obi yere, obi kunu, obi den, obi adamfo. Abranti wa ye niemo ho sem na aya na odwen wiase ho pa sebi producer nipa owo mental issue ana owo mental issues na watwetuo akunipa ten na wono asen akuno chese wako free anyway eti asem ne bae no ho omo pushi deputy commander British Columbia womo RCMP Royal Mountain Police womo commanding officer na omo ne didi nkomo na ebi mu chese adenti na incident aba ana incident na si na momfa nipa na identity bi ema abonte mu bia enya bi enti ana obi enya bi nyeren enhwe ana omo si police for ne chese da bi yenka bibia nhye yo yede ye bibia mu sede be ye na obia behu na obia bete de ekoso ana omo so da bi momfa nipa no te se woye oba anasa abemu ana omo so no niema bi wo ho a ye ntimi nhye da ma ye den na omo so da bi awo se mu pai mu na muka nti officially no omo chiro mu se woye abemu wa na wo sesa se obeye abaya mfinhye nsia ene atwirenie Milo TV people Toronto Canada Jesse Strang ne din wodi mfinhia edu enwohwe abuza fo mu yanko na yankoji enchiremu kakra emra.
We've heard all around the world reports coming out from different media, not local, but world. And we've heard people from Tumbler Ridge, actual people that know the shooter. And they are all saying that this person is transgender. Why is the RCMP not speaking to this? Why are we hiding this from the public?
Well, first off, thank you for your question. We're not hiding it. In fact, you're the first media to ask the question. Okay. I will say this. We identified the suspect as they chose to be identified in public and in social media. I can say that Jesse was born as a biological male who approximately, the information that I have, approximately 6 years ago began to transition to female and identified as female both socially and publicly.
Okay. Unfortunately, we've heard a lot of transgender and mass school shootings. Do you think there's a correlation here?
It's too early to say whether that has any correlation in this investigation. I think it's important to recognize that this investigation is still in its infancy. We have scenes still lock down the school and the residents while we execute search warrants and gather further evidence and talk to witnesses that may have further evidence for police.
Thank you for taking my question.
Canada. Hey, and you make us we are see watching it to kunipa ya nan and now be here and Canada yam prime minister we friend Mark Joseph Carney and ko Germany crow e basa on to me nko nti was what tenase na ama my president efre condolences yeah Milo TV people Toronto kana nti we here India wo mo penny your friend Moody wafre yam prime minister and wa wish no wa wish no say we sorry say BBC of course Ukraine Australia presidents ndi bebre afrefra omo nyina ensemo mo kan say de asibia no yemfa arechichire ema Canada prime minister na enso abusuafo no nyina eso sa pepepe enetie but then so far be Canada eba ni wiase nyina no ye ka mass shooting na de ye deadly pa no we ene ka ho makomakom yensa ese Canada mass shooting sem entayensi ye ka mass shooting na chese ye the situation whereby obi atu ne ho asi wo no watwetu se wo die wu keke wo kukuni pa bi nti this guy we call Jesse Strang watwetu akunipa kwa oku mame oku ne step brother Milo TV and the details na the doso yankwaje the next detail na yentoaso.
At least 10 people have been killed and more than 25 injured after a mass shooting in the remote Canadian town of Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia. Locals have named the suspected gunman as 18-year-old Jesse Strang, who was found dead at the scene with what police believe were self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Authorities have not yet officially confirmed the identity. Police say the shootings took place at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School and a nearby home, with investigators believing the violence began at a residence before moving to the school. Witnesses described Strang as quiet and withdrawn, someone who kept to himself. Many residents knew both the victims and the suspect. Emergency crews responded to reports of an active shooter shortly after 1:20 in the afternoon. Officers entered the school as a helicopter landed nearby to evacuate students. Local officials say the small community has been left heartbroken. Schools will remain closed for the rest of the week as trauma counsellors support families. The Prime Minister and the British Columbia Premier have expressed condolences, calling the attack one of the deadliest Canada has seen in years.
Nti so far the nipa wom afrim eno nipa mako edu abrante ne ka ho oku mame oku ni step brother and was saying ku ne ho and woku nipa bi omo ye we are say yo so wodwen ho pa guys I want ni ma bi ase wo more you because I thought that you dress it now you call your gate more, you call Jane and Finch more, you call Sh0ting more, Jane and Wilson, you call your deal more. Of course, we are back, you call Park, so Caribbean program Sibinia, Nina, you could be Nanya me dear home for Pino away, so no a boy who by no dear, but hush, I'm a Ben what to see. de nyame ase sempo dane de nyina ohwe na obo ye ho ba na ode ekọ ede eba nti se wo hwe de a na chese de esi ewo Canada bia efrene BC British Columbia no Tumbler Ridge Secondary School abusiafo yama wo mo busiafo wu nyina yakọ ana na mechimu se obi rewu obi kuna wu obi papa wu obi maame wu obi ba obi nua obi akonta obi wofa obi emoya wanka bia nhemu wadware wo ko school aba wadware kam nyame ko bibia Milo TV makramo TV Toronto, Canada. Subscribe if today is your first time. Like my videos, comment, and then share. Bada bim, bada boom, bada bim.